If you asked a random person to name the eeriest places on Earth, places synonymous with unexplained, X-Files sequel phenomena, the Bermuda Triangle and Area 51 would probably top the list. But, despite their infamy, they've got nothing on Skinwalker Ranch, a place so weird that it's flummoxed scientific experts and terrified even the most cynical onlookers. The massive ranch sprawls across over 500 acres of northern Utah in a region known as the Uinta Basin. The whole area has, since the days of early Spanish missionaries, swirled with rumors of strange goings-on. In the words of journalist George Knapp, it's been the site of simply unbelievable paranormal activity. UFOs, Sasquatch, cattle mutilations, psychic manifestations. You name it, residents here have seen it. Early the 1990s, after settling into their dream country homestead, Terry and Gwen Sherman were startled by the sight of a fearsome animal, perhaps a wolf or coyote, stalking towards their livestock pen. When it grabbed a calf in its jaws, Terry fired at it with a handgun and then a rifle. Despite being hit, the creature didn't seem hurt and simply wandered away into the bushes. Its foul stench, like rotting flesh, stayed with the Shermans. In the weeks and months that followed, visitors to the ranch reported seeing unidentifiable beasts moving in the woods and letting out roars. And then there were the lights, hovering and zipping about in the sky, including large orange circles and blue spheres that flew around, as if directed by unseen forces. Most disturbingly, animals on the ranch began to die in grotesque ways. Some of their dogs were seemingly incinerated in the night, while cows were found dismembered and cored out with a kind of surgical precision that ruled out attacks by coyotes. A newspaper article about the Shermans' terrifying experiences attracted the notice of an unlikely party, billionaire property magnate Robert Bigelow. As well as being a hard-headed businessman, he had a passion for space travel and the paranormal, founding the National Institute for Discovery Science, NIDS, which was effectively his own personal X-Files team. Fascinated by the history of the region, Bigelow bought the ranch. The Gorman Ranch presented a unique opportunity to study a rich tapestry of strange stuff. It was as if someone had ordered up the weirdness pizza with everything on it, recounted journalist George Knapp, who visited the ranch when Bigelow and NIDS had settled in. The team set up monitoring equipment, observation posts and round-the-clock surveillance. The activity triggered conspiracy theories among UFO watchers, leading Bigelow to give an interview denying he was in cahoots with the CIA, or that he had prior contact with aliens in Utah. What makes the story of Skinwalker Ranch so remarkable is that the curious phenomena carried on even when under intense scrutiny by NIDS. Researchers witnessed the same inexplicable lights which the Shermans had reported, yet their equipment would mysteriously malfunction at critical moments. There were even cases of electronic equipment being physically mangled and shredded, and wires ripped out. One NIDS consultant, retired Army intelligence officer John Alexander, later said in an interview that a precognitive sentient intelligence was at work on the ranch, somehow predicting what the NIDS team were going to do next and scuppering their equipment accordingly. "I am just a kid, but I remember that scene in the Amityville Horror. The one with the voice telling the priest to, 'Get out. No voices here, but these adults should know when it is time to leave.'" The sheer number of incidents around Skinwalker Ranch, the number of different eyewitnesses, and the general reputation of this part of northeastern Utah, has led many to take the case more seriously than other UFO hotspots. There's also the connection to Native American folklore to consider. The very name, Skinwalker Ranch, alludes to one of the most feared entities in Navajo culture and history. Skinwalkers are reputed to be malevolent witches who mastered the ability of changing into different creatures. The hulking, wolf-like beast confronted by the Shermans, which seemed to resemble the large, long-extinct dire wolf that used to prowl North America, as well as other creatures seen by NIDS observers, have been linked to legends of skinwalkers in the region. Intriguingly, there is a long-standing local legend linking the presence of skinwalkers to hostile relations between two Native American peoples, the Navajo and the Utes. In the words of historian Sandra Jones, author of Being and Becoming Ute, the Navajo were more aggressive people, they took slaves, they had Ute slaves. And, according to the local legend, a territorial dispute led the Navajo to curse the land and unleash skinwalkers there. The historical basis for such legends are hazy. Speaking to a Vice reporter looking into the rumors, Betsy Chapuz, the Cultural Rights and Protection Director for the Ute tribe, acknowledged that various oral tales may have evolved over the generations, but emphasized that she personally had never heard of any Navajo curse being placed on the land. Putting aside explanations relating to indigenous lore, There has been speculation around possible alien activity and secret government experiments. Now, with the ranch having been passed into the hands of a new owner, the major new history series A Curse of Skinwalker Ranch will be delving into the mysteries of the region. A team of experts will be using hard science, including drone thermography and laser technology, to examine the whole ranch in unprecedented detail. Here we go again! Another group of adults, with lots of money and toys, planning to rattle the bee's nest again. This is a good time to stop the stupid. But, who am I to judge? Here is a list of ownership of Skinwalker Ranch going back to the early 20th century. 1905 to 1916, Monk Chavin, 1914 to 1945, Henry Litster, 1934 to 1994, Kenneth and Edith Myers, 1945 to 1961, Benton Locke, 1994 to 1996, Terry and Gwen Sherman, 1996 to 2016, Robert Bigelow, and in 2016, Brandon Fugel, via Adamantium Holdings. In 2016, Bigelow sold Skinwalker Ranch for $4.5 million to Adamantium Holdings, a shell corporation of unknown origin. After this purchase, all roads leading to the ranch have been blocked, the perimeter secured and guarded by cameras and barbed wire, and surrounded by signs that aim to prevent people from approaching the ranch. From 2018 to 2020, Brandon Fugel recruited a diverse and highly skilled team of facility managers, security staff, caretakers, research scientists and engineers to carry on an investigation of the ranch property. They documented their finding and created a documentary for the History Channel. It is called The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. These are the cast of the documentary. Travis Taylor. Dr. Travis Taylor is an engineer and best-selling author who holds PhDs in optical science and engineering, aerospace systems engineering, and master's degrees in physics and astronomy. Eric Bard. As the principal investigator and chief scientist on Skinwalker Ranch, Eric Bard has not only installed a cutting-edge surveillance system that constantly monitors the entire property, but also heads all investigations. Bryant Arnold. Commonly known by his codename Dragon, Bryant Arnold is the chief security officer on Skinwalker Ranch. As a trusted friend and advisor to Brandon Fugel for over 25 years, Bryant is a vital part of day-to-day operations on the ranch. Jim Morse. Jim Morse is the manager for Skinwalker Ranch. A successful and celebrated real estate developer and entrepreneur, Jim has also dedicated more than 25 years to the Native American communities in the Intermountain West. Condis Lind and Tom Lewis. Condis Lind is a noted anthropologist who serves as one of the caretakers on Skinwalker Ranch. Along with Tom Lewis, a noted technologist, they currently live in the ranch house known as Homestead 1. In addition to assisting with different experiments, they are chiefly responsible for monitoring the cattle, as well as other exotic animals that have been brought onto the ranch for research purposes. To date, this is just a sample of what strange and dangerous experiences the researchers encountered and recorded at the ranch. Ionized radiation burns as well as beamed radiation source causing head trauma requiring surgery to correct. Electromagnetic and gamma burst anomalies out of the clear blue skies. Strange invisible beams and orbs of lights. Several UFOs, one that is believed to have caused the death of one of the cows. Poltergeist phenomena. Evidence of occult ritual. Hidden and sealed away in a secret concrete-like bunker. Strange and unknown predators attacking the livestock. Strange radio waves across the entire spectrum. Electrical equipment, like cell phones, drones, scientific tools, all malfunctioning during the day and night. And the list goes on. The only words that comes to my mind is, why the fuck do these guys stay there? If you are interested in knowing more about Skinwalker Ranch, let us know in the comment field. Another video is always possible. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.